Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. This week, in my weekly lesson, we are talking all about the house guest. Yes, that's right. When we are forced, or maybe some people want to entertain guests. And because of that word entertainment, I've been giving you some trashy show business news. Yesterday, I was letting you know that Kris Kristofferson had passed away. He was a famous American singer. Today, the news is not quite so bad, but it is about entertainment. As you know, Christmas is the time when British and American people generally get excited. We keep ourselves entertained with some holidays, nice TV, and good food. But yet, today's headline in the Daily Star, Tuesday, October the 1st, says that we love Halloween now more than Christmas. Yeah, certainly around where I live, that's very true. We have a Halloween parade that's worth millions, complete with the latest technology. Whereas at Christmas time, well, Britain, as you know, we don't really do parades for Christmas. Maybe some very religious communities do, but even they would frown upon marching on the streets when there's snow or when it's very cold. So the headline here says, "We love Halloween more than Christmas." It says here, Halloween is the most wonderful time of the year now, with a quarter of us finding it more entertaining than Christmas. Now, the words here actually say a quarter of us finding it more of a scream. This is a bit of a pun, a double meaning. Sometimes when we have a really nice time somewhere, we say, oh, it was great, it was a scream. And of course, a scream is also the noise we make when we're very, very afraid. So, of course, fear is associated with Halloween. And, oh, it was a scream, associated with a good time. So they're playing on these words. It says, Halloween is the most wonderful time of the year, with a quarter of us finding it more of a scream, more of a good time than Christmas. It says Halloween is fast becoming the top event for millions across Britain, outshining Christmas, Easter, and Valentine's Day. Outshining simply means brighter than. Of course, if something is shining, it's shining like a bright light. Or if you think of Rihanna, shine like a diamond, even though diamonds don't shine, they glitter. But anyway, to outshine means to shine in a brighter way than anything else. To outshine, outdo, means to defeat somebody else. So to outshine is to shine brighter than other things. We often put the word out. Outdo, outshine. I'll have to think of a few more examples to prove my point. I'll come back to that in a minute. It says here, the average person now pays over £100 compared to £21 in previous years, as we indulge in Halloween with decorations and costumes, says the Disney store. I wouldn't have thought Disney would be very interested in Halloween, but it seems that they are. Disney's saying it's fascinating to see how many people now rate Halloween as their favorite holiday. People are transforming their homes for the occasion. They're dressing up and throwing parties. When we have a party, we say we throw a party. We don't make a party or do a party. We use the verb to throw. British people are increasingly following the Americans, who have traditionally made much more of Halloween. Shops now have themed candles, duvets, rugs, cushions, mugs, and crockery. High street shop TK Maxx is even selling spooky perfumes. Spooky just means something to frighten you. Jewellery and pet toys. Pubs and clubs also see the date as a major event. Many pub goers will be ready to celebrate the Halloween weekend, which is the weekend closest to Halloween. Yeah, I think that that's what it's saying is certainly true. I have to say that I've noticed Halloween is really becoming a festival worth millions, and I'm not surprised. I mean, we're getting that from America. Up until a few years ago, religion was relatively powerful enough to stop Halloween gaining ground. I mean, it was always there, especially in the northern part of the UK, which actually had a pagan festival at one point around the same time. However, once religion started to die, of course, secularism crept in, and Halloween was given a new lease of life, as we say in the UK. There are still a lot of religious people around who object to it, but those voices now have been largely silenced. I was quite surprised and disturbed, though, when my town started doing Halloween parades. It's not that the parade is bad, it's just rather dark. To see skeletons and maybe, you know, people covered in blood walking through the streets, it's not nice. It's not very tasteful. And every year the decorations and the costumes seem to be getting darker. I don't quite know why that is. And then, of course, there's a multi-million-pound entertainment industry. Movies like Halloween, of course, are brought out at this time of the year. It just seems a little bit strange that people would be so attracted to something so dark in the way that it presents itself. You would think they'd be able to turn it around and make it a festival to teach us more about being nice to people, but Halloween doesn't really allow for that. There's no brightness attached to it. It's a rather a dark festival, isn't it? Well, let's nip back to this this idea of words beginning with out. Right, we've already done outshine. Halloween is now outshining Christmas. Outperform. So if I'm in a theatre performing my latest play or theatre performance, and I'm better than you are doing that, then I've outperformed you. Some actors outperform others. Dame Maggie Smith, she died a few days ago. She outperformed everyone, I think, in some of her movies. Outlast, that's when something lasts longer than something else. For example, my television might outlast yours. It just means last longer. Outgrow, there's another one. My plants might outgrow your plants. If my children get taller than your children, they might outgrow them, grow faster or taller. Outnumber, that means there's more people on my team than on yours. You're outnumbered. You've probably heard that one on TV. You know, when the police surround the criminals, they often shout, "Oh, come out, put your hands in the air, you're outnumbered." It means there's 10 of us and 2 of you, so you can't escape. Outsmart, that's where someone is more intelligent than somebody else. For example, if we're doing a competition and I win the competition because I have more knowledge than you are, then I've outsmarted you. You know, smart means to be clever. To outrun, that's when someone can run faster than I can. I must admit that you can probably outrun me, most people can, unless I have your TV, in which case maybe I'll be running very fast. So if 2 people are together, one is running faster than the other, they're outrunning the other person. Now, notice here the stress. If I say they are outrunning, oh, there's my friend, look, he's outrunning. That's 2 words, but the stress here is on the second part, outshine, outperform. He's outrunning him. So that's how you tell the difference. Outsell. Yeah, so if my shop sells more TVs than any other shop, then I'm outselling yours. Outlive. Oh, yeah, this is a common one. You know, when I was a boy, in certain parts of the UK, which were still considered to be quite rural in the UK, there was some habits amongst middle-class people, particularly religious people, and that was where there might have been, let's say, an old lady with a lot of money who couldn't live alone anymore. So rather than moving into a nursing home, maybe someone in the community, someone from the same church would say, it's okay, you can come and live with us. And of course, in return, she'd be expected to surrender part of her money or old age pension for this couple to look after her. And of course, they were waiting for her to die because she was very old. And well, she didn't. She outlived all of them. The couple that took her in died of old age, and she was still going, well over 100. So they didn't see any of the money that they were hoping to get after she died. She outlived everybody. So there we are, that's to outlive. So if I live longer than you do, I've outlived you. So these words imply exceeding in some way or surpassing is a good way to describe them, surpassing. So outlast, outgrow, outnumber, outsmart, outrun, outsell, outlive. There we are. Yeah, so Halloween is almost certainly outshining Christmas. I don't mind, but it's just a little bit dark, huh? Seeing, you know, people with masks on as well could be a bit dangerous. Isn't it strange how, on one hand, our government are promising to keep us all safe, and then they're allowing everyone to wear masks once a year to walk through the streets? It seems strange, doesn't it? Yeah, this story continues. Halloween is certainly more popular in the UK than it was a couple of decades ago. These days, supermarkets are full of costumes and loads of people put pumpkins in their window. Most people don't meet up with family at Halloween, though. What do you think they do at Christmas? This is Britain, for goodness sake. It says here, you don't even get a day off work. Well, not yet, you don't, but if it keeps going the way it is, if the government think we like it, of course, they'll declare it a holiday. Kids certainly like both events, but they'd probably take a stack full of presents over a bag of sweets. So we should be skeptical about claims that the families prefer October 31st to December 25th. Now, if I remember right, in ancient Celtic culture, there was a festival at Christmas time that they moved back to Halloween. That's how the whole thing started, because the darkest night of the year is actually around the 21st of December. and that got moved to coincide with the Christian festival of All Hallows. As far as I know, anyway. I mean, I could be wrong there, but as far as I recall, yeah, a couple of them got moved. So it's interesting, isn't it, that we celebrate this? Yeah, probably people are thinking of the Day of the Dead in Mexico as well. I mean, they managed to make it into a lovely festival, don't they? Without it becoming too dark. So I don't know. I think it says more about our rejection of Christian values. But well, I guess it doesn't do any harm. But yeah, it's not a night that I really feel safe going out in. Yeah, I don't usually go out on Halloween night. I used to go downtown and take pictures of the parade, but the parade is now ticketed and it's too expensive to get anywhere near it, and too busy as well. So I don't know, as I mentioned before, we are not a nation of festivals or parades. We don't usually do those kinds of things. So it's weird that the one time of the year we do have a festival, that it's Halloween. Seems a little bit strange. Um, so there, yeah. So that's it from me today. I hope you've enjoyed this, and let's talk again soon. See you. Bye.